The fallout continues from the Scottish League Cup final, where the Bears were after a VAR, did not give Rangers a penalty in extra time. It looks as though things are now starting to escalate, and Rangers' new CEO has demanded explanation from the SFA in his first day in the office. Not only that, but we will also go over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and join our fast-growing community. Rangers have demanded answers from the Scottish FA over the penalty flashpoint that cost them a shot at League Cup glory at Hampden on Sunday. Philippe Clement's side were narrowly beaten on spot kicks as Ridvan Yilmaz missed from 12 yards, and Celtic clinched the silverware after a remarkable 3-3 draw over 120 minutes. But Clement and his players were left with huge feelings of what might have been after Václav Černý was denied what appeared to be a stonewall penalty in extra time of the Old Firm showdown. And RFC News understands that the Ibrox hierarchy have now sought clarification over the incident that saw VAR official Alan Muir fail to correctly intervene after a free kick was awarded for a foul on Černý. New Chief Executive Officer Patrick Stewart got down to business on Monday morning, and one of his first tasks was to reach out to Hampden and referee chief Willie Collum. Referee John Beaton penalised Liam Scales for a shirt pull on Černý, but did not spot that the infringement took place on the 18-yard line. Rangers should have been awarded a penalty, but Muir did not get involved in the process before James Tavernier missed the target with his effort. Clement was furious about the decision in his post-match press conference, and the call has sparked huge debate in the aftermath of the final. Rangers have now approached Collum and the Scottish FA to seek answers regarding Muir's role and why the technology was not used to correct the on-field error. Football can be amazing, great and amazing fun. It can be very cruel, Clement said on Sunday. This was a really cruel one. I think my team deserved more today, creating more chances than their opponent. Coming back in a good way and then losing with penalties at the end, it stays a casino game at that moment. But also, I don't know if you saw the images, but my phone is overloaded with the penalty situation with Fernie, so I get hundreds of messages now about that. So that's also a really decisive moment for me. Yes, of course, I spoke to the referee. He cannot see that moment, but he didn't get the communication from the VAR to come and watch the screen. That's for me a really weird situation, that at least there's no look about that kind of situation in this kind of game, about the situation that the referee can make a decision. I didn't see it at the time because I still have quite good eyes, but I cannot see that much distance if the foot is outside, or inside, or on the line. So no, but my phone is full of messages from everybody. In other news, Ali McCoist believes that the gap between Rangers and Celtic is closing. The performances against Celtic and Tottenham in the Europa League has helped convince McCoist that things aren't as bad on the pitch as they may seem on the face of things. Absolutely, Jeff, he responded when asked by TalkSport host Jeff Stelling if the gap was closing. I mean, clearly disappointed as you want to win the Old Firm game, that goes without saying. But the level of improvement in the last couple of games, the Spurs game and the game yesterday, yes, pretty evident. So, as disappointed as they'll be, and they will be, I'm very disappointed in myself. No, I've got to say, the upturn in form in the last two games hopefully is really encouraging. In other news, Jack Butland has revealed why he and his Rangers teammates remained on the pitch when Celtic were presented with the Premier Sports Cup trophy at Hampden on Sunday evening, despite the excruciating pain of the narrow defeat. Butland was utterly devastated when the Ibrox club were beaten 5-4 on penalties by their Parkhead rivals, who they had finished level with at the end of 120 minutes in the showpiece match. However, Philippe Clement was keen for every member of his squad to stay on the field and see the victors celebrate, and the goalkeeper, who converted one of the spot kicks in the shootout, could understand exactly why. The former England internationalist feels that watching their opponents, who surrendered the lead twice during regulation time, rejoice will simply fuel their desire to lift silverware in the coming months. Oh, there's plenty of pain, all right, he said. Look, we are rivals, absolutely, but I wanted to see it. Maybe it's trying to wish it into existence for us and just understand. I don't think it would have made it feel any better if I had walked in prior to that. But it's just something a few of us wanted to do, wanted to see it, wanted to feel that hurt. Yeah, try and put it away and make sure we win the next one. Rangers are currently 11 points behind leaders Celtic in the William Hill Premiership after 15 games, but Butland is refusing to accept the Scottish title race is over at this stage of the season. Butland has been encouraged by how much the Glasgow club, who brought in no fewer than 9 new players during the summer, have improved since losing 3-0 in the East End at the start of September. He felt the display in the League Cup final showed, despite the bitterly disappointing final result, that they can now compete with Brendan Rodgers' men for major honours in the 2024 24-25 campaign. It's not a game where you've been outplayed, he said. It's not a game where you've been outworked. It's a game that ends cruelly on penalties. They'll argue they never deserve to lose, and we'll argue exactly the same thing. We didn't believe that we deserved to lose. The effort and the work rate and the quality that the boys showed so soon after Thursday, their Europa League game against Spurs in Govan, was excellent. To go for 120 minutes in the manner that we did is credit to us as a group and to all the staff. It doesn't make that an easier feeling losing, but we'll look back on it in a few days and we'll be proud of the work that we've put in this week. But we haven't got the results that we wanted and probably deserved either. As a club, we want to be successful, we want to push on, we want to succeed. Butland continued, "At times this year, we haven't given the fans what they want to see. But I certainly feel in the last month, we've given them those performances, we've given them the consistency and the effort and the work rate that they expect to see. We feel that in the support for us. They were incredible from start to finish on Sunday. They willed us on and the boys stood up to it and pushed and pushed. So we do have great confidence and belief in the group. I don't think you are able to come back in a game like that or put a performance in against a top side like Tottenham on Thursday. If you don't have that confidence, you don't have that belief. We do, and we just need to fine-tune it now and make sure we get these turned into wins." Butland confessed that he is already looking forward to Rangers playing Celtic at home at the start of next month in the league in the wake of the final at Hampden on Sunday. "I think that improvement can be seen from afar," he said. "We certainly believe it in the group, that we're not only trending in the right direction, but we believe that we should be winning these games and performances are starting to reflect that. So, yes, January 2nd is humongous. We've got 3 games between now and then that we need to win. But the reality is it's a huge one. We'll be looking forward to it. Days down the line, we'll look at today's performance and be proud of it." Asked if only having 2 days to prepare for the final had been an issue towards the end of the Celtic match, Butland said, "We had the time that we had, so it's impossible to measure whether things were any different with more time. But the fact is, we had what we had, and the boys were brilliant with that. They stuck together, put in a real team performance, worked hard for each other, and played as a team. So it's just about really commending the boys for being able to do that, but like I said, we deserved more, and it certainly hurts." Lastly, Minister John Swinney condemned the disorder before Sunday's Old Firm game, calling it completely and utterly unacceptable. Videos showed fans running along Argyle Street in Glasgow, with police using batons to control the crowds. Officers were also targeted with missiles, injuring 1. Swinney stressed that the violence caused by a small minority of fans disrupted shoppers in Glasgow and should never have happened. He called on Rangers and Celtic to address fan behaviour. Special police powers were invoked in the city's East End and South Lanarkshire. Police Scotland said inquiries are ongoing, including the assault of a 26-year-old and window damage at a pub. No arrests have been made yet. Chief Superintendent Stevie Dolan warned that violence and the use of weapons will not be tolerated and urged anyone with information to come forward. That brings us to the end of today's video. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily Rangers content. Thank you.